Okay, 1687. Good luck. We've actually played before, as you can see there. So that could have been in any time control. It could have been a rapid game. It could have been anything. 35,000 for a point. If you click your score there, it'll bring up the game that you've played before. But obviously, I won't do that whilst I'm playing a game. But if you're just browsing the site generally and you see a score, that you can view the game. So he plays here to stop us going here. Not a bad move, actually. Not a bad move. I'll develop the bishop anyway, and we'll just try and develop somewhere in castle and worry about what to do. So we'll go here. So it's fairly close to symmetrical, but not quite identical. Should I go c5? He's going to play e3 anywhere. Let's be a little bit bold for me and play c5. If queen down, we can always match it. Now, he's moved his bishop a second time. I wonder if there's any tricks here, but I don't think there is. There, take, you've got your knight here. I can play queen up and attack the pawn. You can match it. And there's still a slight issue here. I could go slow and steady and just guard the knight. What's wrong with that? I'll do that and just guard the knight. Just slow and steady does it. So I'm going to develop the queen with a view to taking. Queen up, perfectly good move. Oh, he's gone here to guard the pawn. Okay. I'm wondering whether to take and push in the centre, something like that. I think for now I'm just going to develop. I just got to be a bit careful about the pawn rushing on. Sometimes you can get an attack against one piece and then you can attack two of them. So it's something to be aware of, a dangerous potential position here. Knight up might be good here. Or I can just castle. I think I'm actually just going to castle first, because knight up now, maybe he's got bishop, so he's chosen to trade. We'll take back. There's still this concept, or there would have been, but he's chosen to take there as well. Okay, now he's attacked our bishop. Oh, excuse me, I'm a bit croaky, apologies. I feel fine, but it's allergy season for me here right now. Now, I could give up the bishop for the knight. He just gets a good structure. I don't like the look of that, so I think I should just drop the bishop back. Get my rook somewhere into place, just a case of which squares we want them on. I'm going to go here, preparing to launch the pawn, and maybe here as well. I don't think there's a trick going here. Take, queen takes, he takes back and he's protected. So I'm going to go right into the centre of the board. And then at some point I need to give my king an emergency square for later in the game. He's attacked my bishop, so I think I should drop that bishop back. Maybe even drop it back here and put the queen on the dangerous diagonal. He's played knight across to cover that, so I'm going to take this opportunity. Well, I think I am, to do this to stop him coming in, but it might weaken my bishop's protection later in the game, mightn't it? Maybe I should hold off on that. I can still launch a pawn forward potentially here, actually, though. Really try and control the centre. Actually, I like the look of that. Again, it's a little bit bold for my normal style. I'm not a bold, adventurous player. But I can go forward here, kick his knight, and then try and really control a bit further up the board. Or I can stay here and control this. I'm going to drop the bishop back for now, just so the rooks guard the pawns, and try and maybe play queen back, then threatening to push. And if the knight moves, we're threatening the immediate checkmate. So if the queen was here now and we push, there's actually a serious threat to that knight. And that looks dangerous, doesn't it? So I'm going to drop the queen back, creating that immediate threat. If he pushes on, I think we can just take. But if the knight moves anywhere, there's a checkmate threat if we get this. So he might have to move his knight now and then create a blockade of the next move. So he's done that there. Okay. So what have we got now? I've got knight in potentially to sack here as well. Knight in. Where does the queen move? Actually, you might have to go back here. Take, then push. And again, the knight moves. We're threatening the check. That could be a big attack. Because here, if you come forward, we can maybe take the pawn because we'd have a double attack. You can't go here or here. So you've got two squares. It looks like a nice move to me, so I'm going to play it. The rook guards the pawn, so you're not going to take it with the queen. We've gone back there. That might be the move that spoils the idea, though, because take and your queen protects. But then we can come in. Okay, I'm just going to play a holding move now. Let him drive the knight back. Just cover this idea. Give my king the square for later. Okay. There we're going to drop back. We'll drop the knight back when attacked, I guess. King across. I'm wondering whether this is still a concept and try and trap that knight. Temporarily sack a knight and go forward. I guess he can drop his knight here, so it's not going to be trapped. Queen here or here to pressure here with a view to knight back. Bishop down, pawn up. That could be dangerous actually. I'm going to risk that. If he comes here, I think I can risk f5. And he'll have to retreat the bishop somewhere. That's what he's done. I think I can risk f5 to risk f4. And really blow it open. So I'm going to play that because the pawn is double protected, even though it's double attacked. So what's he done? He's gone here to attack the rook, but can't I just shuffle across preparing this now? I could maybe sack an exchange as well. But if I go here, my knight's protected. Take, take, and we're threatening to just blast through. He could go back here then, but... Let's move the rook for now. We're burning a lot of time. He's playing miles quicker than us. Oh, he's coming to trade the bishop. So trade, I guess we end up going back. I'm just wondering whether I can push here still and ignore it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to ignore it. If he takes, I'll take back, so I'll pre-move that. Okay, I'll take the pawn. He could grab a pawn here, but we're going to blow the king's defences open if he does. So my knight's still protected. Queen takes, we can take back, and our rooks are protected here. If he takes here, we've got a check. We're threatening to take, and bishop takes with a check. And then that would activate the rook as well. So he's pushed on, so I can push on here with a check as well. Then the king doesn't have these squares. So here, and you've got these two squares to move to. Check. So a knight back surely is a good move. I'm going to play the check and knight back, guard the pawn and attack the other pawn. Or maybe just queen up here, threatening to come in. What's wrong with that? Here, threatening checkmate. If he has to give up the knight, we still win and we attack this. And this looks solid, right? So let's create that checkmate threat. He can't block with a pawn. He might have to give up the knight as a temporary move. And we just simply take it and create the mate threat again. I don't see defense. There might be one, but I'm not seeing it. But we're threatening mate in 1 here. He has to sack, so we take, and we're threatening mate in 1 again. And the rook here. There's no danger here. If the queen sacks, it's still a checkmate threat. There's no way to think to get the king out of it, is there? Here, we can still... But he's given up the queen, yeah. So we just take back there because it was a check. But yeah, there's no obvious way out there. Now let's just have a look with the engine. So at least that was a nice, good, normal game. So there is 31 moves. They're the move times for both players. So let's just analyze it. Yeah, so it was completely winning at the end, so we've converted very well. So we're level or better the whole game pretty much, so that's good. 95 against 86 on the accuracy. But still a decent game though, good game. Nothing wrong with playing H3 early on to stop us jumping in here as well. It's again a cautious approach, but nothing wrong with it. So you can see we're just marginally better here. We're just trying to get good principal moves, put our pieces on good squares. You can see knight across this side to try and trade the knight for the bishop was preferred there. And here we should have actually taken and allowed this structure. That was actually best. Okay. These are all good moves from both of us. Then again, should have played knight out wide here to attack the bishop and basically look to trade the knight for the bishop. So we've dropped back just to create the really basic simple idea. And then again, the best move was actually to play knight across this position. So presumably if pawn up, then play g3 to block and just still attack this bishop. So we just found a couple of development moves, drop back. And then we've gone a bit bold. Yeah, I should have sacked the exchange here and just pushed pawn on immediately. Still only +2, but it's leaving the rook hanging. It's what I should have done. So we've not lost a lot with the eval law. Bishop comes in. It was good to go f4. And he shouldn't have taken there. He should have taken the bishop first and then played queen e2. So he should have taken and then developed the queen. And then we can sack the knight. Wow. Sack the knight on f2. Obviously, we'd have to just look at the position at the time and see if we spot that move. Then take, your king will take or you lose the rook. Then push the pawn and the king drops back and then the queen comes in. And can you escape here? Can you actually escape and survive that? That's what we should have done. But we took, then we traded, so then there's a blunder here. So now checkmate, yeah, it's unavoidable. So we pushed on correctly. We developed the queen for the immediate mate threat. You give up the knight and then didn't see a way out of it. So if you play a king here, what could we then do? I guess you could just play a move like rook takes pawn with a queen to come in the following move. So just gave up the queen and then there is no way out there. We're just threatening mate in one here. But at our level, that's a pretty decent game there. So takes two to make a good game. So well played.